Hello all, Scooby331 here. I don't know how else to put it, so I'll just put it like this. The past 24 hours have been, some of the most enjoyable that I've had in a long time. And I'm going to share that with you. Now, I was going to cut one of these videos yesterday, but I wanted to wait till today, and I'll tell you why. Everyone else has been cutting videos. They've been using the footage of Fredo going goose shit on that poor kid. Yeah, I'm going to do you guys one better that no one else has done so far. We're going to do a little bit of literature today. See, Scooby here. I'm going to read to you an actual New York Post article. Hot off the presses this morning. And we're going to go through it. So without further ado, the New York Post. Godfather. Chris Cuomo. Fury has at Fredo insult. Just, if I cut it short, guys, it's because I'm actually waiting for the tea to come down. Okay. First off, let me get this off so you can actually hear me here. Alright. Let's see. CNN anchor Chris Cuomo didn't take kindly to being compared to the Godfather's most bumbling son by a heckler, going on a profanity-filled rant and saying that Fredo was equivalent to the N-word for Italian Americans. Alright, Fredo. Let's see what we got up in here. Okie doke. Alright. School crime study. Cuobro blows up over Fredo. CNN's Chris Cuomo in shit tirade after taunt. Oh, that is hysterical. Okay, Fredo, we're on in 3, 2. Ballistic. CNN's host, Chris Cuomo, is caught on video losing his cool over being called Fredo, a reference to the dumb Godfather son that he took as a slur against Italian Americans. His reaction sparked a series of memes. That's Johnny Cazal, for you younger folks that don't know. He passed away actually right before I was born. Let's see. A man in New York yesterday approached CNN's Chris Cuomo and called him Fredo. Cuomo, you're going to have a problem. Man, what are you going to do about it? Fucking ruin your shit. I'll fucking throw you down these stairs. Credit, that's the point with Brandon. Alright, I don't get that one myself, but whatever. We'll continue. Alright, let's get to this article properly. By Aaron with 2 A's. Fees or fies? Well, my apologies, Aaron. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Oh my god. Look at how they massacred Mario's boy. CNN host Chris Cuomo all but threatened to leave an agitator sleeping with the fishes for taunting him as Fredo. A nod to the hapless Godfather son in an F-bomb-laden rant that was definitely not suitable for prime time. The 2-minute clip, apparently filmed Sunday on Shelter Island and credited to conservative blog That's the Point with Brandon, shows Cuomo absolutely losing his mind over the reference. Punk-ass bitches from the right call me Fredo, fumed Cuomo, the kid brother of Governor Cuomo and son of the late 3-term Governor Mario Cuomo. He was a weak brother, and they use it as an Italian aspiration, like the N-word. It's like the N-word does. I'm sorry, guys. It's actually like the autofocus. It made me lose my place there. While the man insisted he truly believed Fredo was traditionally seen Cuomo's primetime host name, the 49-year-old CNN star clearly took it as a reference to the weak and feeble-minded middle son of Don Vito Corleone, as portrayed by John Cazale in the mob franchise classic's first 2 films. And there's the tea. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. But Cuomo's reaction was more befitting hot-headed eldest kid Sonny Corleone, and the profanities flew faster than the bullets that ended James Caan's character's life at the Causeway toll booth. It's like if I call you punk bitch. You like that? You want that to be your nickname? Railed Cuomo, who launched at least 24 F-bombs. You call me Fredo. You know my name's not fucking Fredo. You did not think my name was fucking Fredo. Don't be a liar. You want to be a liar? Then stand up like a man. The Queens native then threatened to give the man an old-school back alley beating as shocked onlookers gathered around. I'll fucking ruin your shit. I'll fucking throw you down these stairs like a fucking punk, seethed Cuomo. You want to call me Fredo? Take a fucking swing. I'll fucking wreck your shit. In an ending more suited for The Sopranos, the clip cuts out before there's any resolution. But by Tuesday morning, Cuomo was focusing all his powers and all of his skills on damage control. Appreciate all the support, but truth is, I should be better than guys baiting me, he wrote on Twitter. This happens all the time these days, often in front of my family. But there is a lesson. No need to add to the ugliness. I should be better than what I oppose. This autofocus is killing me. I'm sorry, guys. CNN insisted that it was willing to go to them. Oh, for God's sake. You know what? Fuck you, Aaron. Enough with all these fucking racist things. Excuse me. CNN insisted that it was willing to go to the mattresses for its 9 p.m. weeknight host, with a spokesman saying Chris Cuomo defended himself when he was verbally attacked with the use of an ethnic slur in an orchestrated setup. We completely support him. Let me see. Come on, Auto. There we go. But for all his rage, Cuomo evidently forgot that he once likened himself to Fredo Corleone in a radio interview. There is a group of people, politicos, who always hint that they might run, but not necessarily plunge all the way, and they are members of Cuomo Nostra, said host Curtis Silva in 2010, discussing with Cuomo's then rumors that brother Andrew might run for governor. Who am I then? Quipped Cuomo. Fredo? Yes, exactly, replied Sliwa. So you better be careful that your brother doesn't kiss you on both cheeks and then all of a sudden they take you out on the middle of the lake and then where's Chris? The joking hypothetical mashed up two of Fredo's most infamous on-screen moments. I know it was you, Fredo. Michael Corleone, as played by Al Pacino, tells his older brother, planting a kiss on his forehead as he acknowledges Fredo's betrayal. He broke my heart. That's actually wrong. This fucking guy, Aaron. He gave him a kiss on the lips, specifically on the lips. That's the Sicilian kiss of death. You grab them by the cheeks and you give them a kiss on the mouth. It's actually you're emulating, I believe you're emulating sucking out the soul or something. I don't know. They give them a kiss on the lips. That's the Sicilian kiss of death. Idiot. Fredo ultimately meets his end after their mother dies when Michael has hitman Al Neri take Fredo out onto Lake Tahoe for a fishing trip, then shoots him dead as Fredo says a Hail Mary, and Michael watches from his shorefront compound. Cuomo and his antagonists weren't the only ones who felt the comparison was apt. I thought Chris was Fredo also. The truth hurts, while President Trump, in retweeting the viral video, totally lost it. Trump also mused in another tweet whether Cuomo's meltdown could disqualify him for gun ownership. Would Chris Cuomo be given a red flag for his recent rant, wrote Trump. Filthy language and a total loss on control. He shouldn't be allowed to have any weapon. He's nuts. In a betrayal not unlike the notoriously dim-witted Fredo, even Andrew Cuomo last year joked about his brother's intellect. He was found at our front door in a basket, and he was 16 years old, cracked the governor of Chris in May 2018. So he has certain development issues. Oh my God. I like Andrew Cuomo now for that. I got to read that again in one shot because it broke up there. In a betrayal not unlike the notoriously dim-witted Fredo, even Andrew Cuomo last year joked about his brother's intellect. He was found at a front door in a basket, and he was 16 years old, cracked the governor of Chris in May 2018. So he has certain development issues. You know what, Andrew? You actually just earned a point in my book. One person who surely would not have approved was Mario Cuomo. Don Mario! The capo tutti the capa. Sorry. My father used to say that about him all the time. A devoted and vocal opponent of Italian-American stereotypes who famously didn't see The Godfather until 2013, more than 40 years after its release. Yeah, Unglool. You didn't see it for get the fuck out of here. Mark Moore and Tamar Lapin. That's great. I don't need no more. All right. Just a sidebar. Italians, a pretty stupid reaction. Italian-Americans weighed in Tuesday on Chris Cuomo's claim that Fredo is an ethnic slur, and while they said it's insulting, the agreement was that anyone who likens it to the N-word is stunad. Stunad. Stunad literally means stupid. If anything, when we call somebody Fredo, it's like to say they're stupid. Said a worker at Bensonhurst, Brooklyn Bakery. Villa Bate Alba. I think I actually been there before with one of my aunts. Anyway, who gave her name as Angela. If somebody were to call me Fredo, I would be like, okay, you too. Not like the N-word, that's another level. A worker at SAS Italian Records on 18th Avenue said that any insult meant by the Godfather reference was tied to Fredo being a turncoat. Fredo means backstabber, a person who went against his own kind. He went against his brother, said Sergio Conte, 54. If I was black and somebody called me the N-word, I would flip out. I'd be in anger. Sergio's nephew argued that the angrier Cuomo got over one perceived ethnic stereotype, the more he fell into another. Most Italians think they have to have this tough guy attitude, said Matthew Conte, 22. But when you're like Chris Cuomo, who's in the public eye, you have to be more careful about things like that. You can't constantly be playing this tough guy role, he said. Not everybody is Tony Soprano. Even those who investigated and participated in organized crime panned Cuomo for taking the bait. It took a page right out of Fredo's book, said one retired police source who investigated the mob for years. If he was more like Michael Corleone, he would have dealt with it quietly later, and there would have been no fingerprints. One mob associate told the Post, that sounds like the rant of a 20-year-old hothead, not somebody who's professional and has his own family. It almost sounds like this guy hit a raw nerve. And this was by Israel Salas Rodriguez and Larry Salona and Aaron Fee. Wow, they all participated in this one. Yeah, so that's the story, folks. Cuomo is the term that we would use, actually, in the community, other than stonad, is they would call him duzibazzo. Duzibazzo means sick in the head. Crazy. What else would they call him? Juch. Literally, they would call him Juch. Do you know what Juch means? It means jackass. Yeah. So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the face of a fucking stonade Juch. There you go. Fucking Mario de Mutevam. I can't stand this punk. Alright. That's the video, folks. I wish there was more to it, but yeah. So just remember, if you like this right here, I'm actually going to be putting this on Redbubble. I'm going to see about talking to the Post about putting this on one of my t-shirts. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm actually getting this one framed. Because this picture right here, my father, may he rest in peace, he hated Don Mario. Hated this bum with a passion. And this is his son now, our current governor. And this is the Mutevan that the friggin' video that I just cut was about. This is Chris Cuomo. So yeah. This is the dynasty that is running my state into the ground. Ain't it nice? As a Sicilian American, I gotta just say, this is not something I'm too proud that I had to report on. Just saying that much. I ain't usually one of them people do identity politics or racial politics, but look, you guys can see, this is literally every time one of my folks does something stupid, they go to this dumb mafia shit. And unfortunately, this moron earned it. It is what it is. I wish that the Post wouldn't have done this shit. It's as bad as like when Scaramucci got fired, that they did all the racial slurs. Just a thought to the Post. If something happens with a black guy, you gonna do shit about watermelon, fried chicken? Something happens with a Puerto Rican guy, you gotta do something about, I don't know, rosary beads and hubcaps? I mean, Christ, I don't even know any of these racial slurs. That's why I'm only able to come up with like 2 for each of them. I mean, look, no offense, the rest of the country is the ones that gives us Patches! Well, he needs Daddy off the phone, because I think there's another homeless guy bothering my dog. Alright, have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.